Today on Review This Thing, we're going to take you on a feature review tour of the Coleman Rubicon 1200 RK. This is Adrian.
And this is Robbie with Review This Thing.
If you're like us, you've done most of your camping in a tent laying on the ground, which actually we really enjoy and is really fun. But the last time we went camping, it pretty much rained all night. So whenever we got up, you know what that means.
Everything we had is wet. So something like the Coleman Rubicon 1200 RK may be just the thing to avoid that.
So this RV could be the perfect thing for someone who still wants to go camping, but doesn't necessarily need all the amenities of home, like a bathroom. This could also be perfect if you have a smaller truck or an SUV. Because of the lightweight, it makes it easier to pull. If that's you, come along with us as we show you the Coleman Rubicon 1200 RK.
So this RV is a total of 13.42 feet long with an overall height just under 7 feet, which is really nice because it'll fit in most garages, at least height-wise. Total dry weight is 1,636 pounds, and it has a GVWR of 3,000 pounds. So you should be able to tow it with most trucks and SUVs. MSRP is right at about $18,000, but at many Camping World dealerships and online, I've seen it as low as $16,000.
Okay, let's start our tour out here on the outside. So the first thing we see is that the frame is made using huck bolts, which I have learned are used a lot in airplanes and trains. So that should theoretically mean this thing's gonna be really sturdy. It has rear manual leveling jacks, and the body is made of aluminum with fiberglass sidewalls. The tires are Rainier ST all-terrain tires, and the wheel wells are reinforced steel, so you can actually stand on them to get on the roof. And you can see there's a couple of little handles that make that easy as well. Speaking of the roof, it's made from one-piece fiberglass, and it's supposed to be prepped for a roof rack, but I couldn't find a picture of that to show you, but just know that they say that's there. The roof is also prepped for solar panels, so if you want to be able to use some things whenever you're off the grid, keep that in mind too. And you can see that there are a couple of power outlets out here too, so if you're trying to maybe have a TV going or some lights or something like that, this should be really easy to get to right there. Another thing I want to point out is that this does come with a screen door. So you do have the ability to leave this door open, latch it like that, and then you can have the screen to help air out your RV in one of those really nice mild days.
When we come to the front, we have the 3-gallon propane tank, which will power the griddle that we'll show you here in just a little bit. We have battery storage right here and a hookup. It's already prepped for solar panel. And on the back side of the camper, we have this handy dandy storage area, which has a magnetic catch, which makes it easier to put stuff in and out. This storage area goes all the way through to the inside, which we'll show you in just a little bit also. On this side, you also have all your hookups. You have a city water hookup, 30-amp electric, non-pressurized water, a spray port, and cable, just in case. It does have a 21-gallon freshwater tank and a 34-gallon gray water tank. There's no black water tank on this RV because there's no bathroom. Now let's move to the rear of the 1200 RK.
So the RK in 1200 RK stands for rear kitchen. So basically you open these latches and then you pull up the cover. And this is actually a really nice addition because if you're out here prepping your food and things like that, then it keeps you out of the rain and out of the sun. So this looks like a pretty decent space for washing dishes and things like that and preparing food so that your whole RV doesn't smell like food. This RV actually has a pretty spacious fridge for the size of it. And this is run on the battery on 12 volts, so you can power this without needing to be hooked up to power. And it comes with a spray hose that you can hook up outside to clean things off. The sink has a high-rise faucet, so again, easy to get underneath and wash things without that getting in the way. As far as we can tell, there is not a heat pump, so there will not be hot water, so just keep that in mind. And then, of course, the sink is really nice for washing dishes, prepping food, or brushing your teeth. There's also a GFCI outlet here, so if you wanted to have a toaster or an air fryer or something like that, you could leave that sitting there also. And we have a storage cabinet under here, as well as some additional storage here on this shelf and an LED light inside. Also a storage shelf here, which we just figured you probably could put a small microwave in there as well and run off of that GFCI. So there's an idea to think about too.
1200 RK does come with a griddle that'll side mount right here and propane hookup right down there. However, it's not covered. So if it's raining, you might want to stick to cereal or whatever you can cook underneath there. Now that we've been all the way around the outside, let's go inside and see what the features are in there.
Okay, first I want to give you a real life picture of what it's like inside. So I'm 5'4", so I can't stand up all the way inside. And then if Robbie comes in here with me, like if we're standing, we're kind of having to get around each other. But if we're just sitting and hanging out, there's definitely enough room for both of us sitting.
And the couch pulls out into a bed, which looks like it will comfortably sleep too.
So you can see we have plenty of room. Actually, it could be very comfortable to sleep in here. Pretty comfortable bed. But just keep in mind when you're here, there's not a whole lot of room between your knee and the fireplace and the bed.
Under the couch is the outdoor accessible storage that I was telling you about earlier. There's just an indoor way to get to it from here. There's also more storage cabinets here by the door and some stacking up here on this shelf. We showed you 4 outlets outside. There's 6 outlets in here, including 2 outlets on this power tower, a USB outlet, and a USB-C outlet that tuck away for easy storage. And 2 USB ports over underneath the air conditioner. 2 of those outlets are up on the back wall if you wanted to mount a TV. As we swing around to the front side of the RV, we have this side-mounted AC, which will keep you cool in the summertime, and this electric fireplace heater to keep you warm on those cool nights. Now, keep in mind, to run either one of those, you're going to need either a generator or an electrical hookup.
So there you have our feature tour of the Coleman Rubicon 1200 RK. It does seem to have a lot of good things going for it in a pretty compact and lightweight space. If you have any questions, comment below and we'll be happy to try to answer those for you, or you can definitely reach out to your local Camping World and I'm sure they'll be happy to help. Stay tuned, we're going to have a lot more of these RV feature tours coming. You may want to subscribe so you don't miss them. Keep in mind, this may be exactly what you're looking forward to make your next camping adventure a really fun. Thanks for watching. Hey, thanks so much for watching our Coleman Rubicon 1200 RK from Camping World feature tour. While you're here, watch a lot of other videos. Make sure you like it, share it with your friends, comment below if you have this RV or another one you prefer. Check us out on reviewthisthingtv.com.